You're watching Picks on Politics with Dan Manarino.
Welcome back. And amid all the City Hall news, there's also a mayoral primary happening. Remember that? Mayor Adams has several challengers on the Democratic side, but the Republican race is also taking shape. Curtis Sliwa, Guardian Angels founder, and the Republican nominee in the last mayoral race, is running again, and he is joining me now. So great to have you back. Good to see you.
Oh, Dan, and I remember sitting right here and warning you about Eric Adams as I warned the audience.
Okay.
Was I not right about his corruptive ways?
Let me talk about that. Let's begin with Mayor Adams and your take on what exactly played out on Thursday with the governor issuing these guardrails or these sanctions against the mayor. Did you agree with the guardrails and the sanctions, or do you think there should have been a removal?
No, this is all political posturing on behalf of Governor Hochul for her race next year. I don't understand. When I'm mayor, I'm going to push to get recall here in New York City and hopefully New York State. It's exactly what California does. So when they're not satisfied with an elected official that they have, they actually let the people decide. They petition. And then if you reach a certain threshold, there's a recall. We saw that with Governor Newsom. He fought it off. We saw this with now Bass, the mayor of L.A., who is being recalled. We don't have that provision. So we've had that now with de Blasio when he went away to campaign for president. We've had that with Adams when he was indicted. We had that with Cuomo when he fled Albany because he was going to get impeached and indicted. We could have had recall and let the people decide.
So you don't like the proposed changes or the guardrails? You think they're not?
Oh, no. It's what, you're going to have a babysitter for the mayor? He's 4 months out of a Democratic primary. Let the process continue and let us honor those tremendous prosecutors who sacrificed their entire careers to make a principled stand. Both of them, remember, Danielle Sassoon and also Hagen Scotton, the Republican conservatives who voted for Trump, but on the principled issue of saying you can't give a quid pro quo to Eric Adams and dismiss these very serious charges, gave up their careers.
So he denies that.
As did 6 others.
And Mayor Adams denies that happened. As his attorney, they said that under oath they denied it.
Right, and he could have gone to court and before a jury of his peers pled his case. But think, 8 of our best civil servants who were part of the Public Integrity Unit. Remember, when Preet Bharara was the prosecutor, he took out Shelley Silver. He took out Nick Skelos, the top Democrat and Republican in Albany, through public integrity that is so important to the legal process.
So you don't think the charges should have been dropped?
Should not have been dropped. They should have. And remember, most of these charges occurred when he was running against me in the summer of 2021. So I'm intimately knowledgeable about some of those
they haven't officially been dropped yet. That's just where it looks like it's heading right now, with the judge making a decision to be determined on that one. I want to get your thoughts on resignation then. Should the mayor have resigned?
No. No. Can you imagine in this city where we have Jumaane Williams, the public advocate, every day challenging, even when Eric Adams, no friend of mine, but he went under for colonoscopy, of which I've had, many men have, women have, and right away he wanted to be the impromptu mayor. It's like Jumaane Williams could literally, within 3 months, disband Rikers Island, release all the criminals, which is he has suggested he'd like to do in the past, and eliminate major funding to the police department. Let me ask you that,
because he could be, you're running for mayor, and that's why you're here, right? He could be public advocate. He's running for public advocate. He could be public advocate while you are mayor. How would you work with him?
Oh, like I've always worked with Jumaane. I've known him for many years, going back to Canarsie when he was a homeowner. And as everybody knows, that's where my claim to fame is, Canarsie, Brownsville, East New York. So I know how to deal with the socialists, the liberals, and progressives. But, you know, I ask you, since Cuomo's specter hangs over this, he couldn't control the liberals, the socialists, and the progressives in Albany. He had to flee from them, or he would have been impeached and indicted. How is he going to handle this group of socialists, liberals, and progressives who control the city council? He won't.
Why do you think, and we're almost out of time here, so why do you think this time is your time? When Democrats outweigh Republicans in this city, right? You've kind of always had that issue. Why do you think this is the time for you?
Because of crime, because of public safety, because of quality of life. There's nobody who's more in the forefront. And I will roll back the City of Yes, which has helped the corporate developers to go out into the outer boroughs and destroy ththose neighborhoods. And I'm the people's mayor. People know me. I'm out in the streets. That's why they should go to Sliwa for NYC.com, Sliwa for NYC.com, and look at my complete program. because you can't box me in as being just a Republican.
Yeah.
I'm the people's mayor, and I'll serve the people. And you can't corrupt me. Adams has been bought and rented. Cuomo's been bought and rented. You can't buy Curtis Sliwa.
We will leave it there. This is just one of many along the campaign trail, so thank you for coming back, okay? Good to see you.